I don't know if you saw this. Donald Trump met with Zohran Mamdani in the Oval Office yesterday. The whole time I'm thinking Trump totally just wants to. It's great to be here with the mayoral-elect Abu Bakr al-Mamdani. So I was talking to Saddam Hussein. He's the new mayor. He's a great guy. And I said, so look, Osama bin Laden is going to be a great mayor. This guy bin Laden. But, I just told the guy, Mamdani. I talked to him. I said, Zohran. I said, Zohran, I just met with your cousin, MBS. He's the king of Saudi. He was in my office. He's like a lighter brown. He's a little bit of a lighter brown, I would say. Just a lighter shade of a brown. Like Usain Bolt's a darker brown. This is a lighter brown, I would say. And then there's a crazy moment in the Oval Office. There's a crazy moment where a reporter asked Mamdani, Mr. Mamdani, do you still think Trump is a fascist? This is real. And Mamdani's struggling, trying to answer the question, and then Trump goes, that's okay, you could just say yes. You could just say, he's just like, fuck it, you could say, you could just say I'm a fat pig, you could just say it. Just say it, that's okay, you could just say it.
New York City, what have you done? Why did you elect a communist?
Are you guys ready to take back New York City?
Yes!
Are you ready to make NYC more affordable?
Yes!
Even though none of you pay your own rent anyway?
Yes!
Do you guys hate your parents?
Yes!
Even though they paid for your college education where you learned all these ideas?
Yes!
Are you ready to get rid of all Zionists in New York City?
Yes!
Even though, of course, the majority of them are Jewish, but we'll call them Zionists?
Yes!
Are you ready to not arrest violent criminals in the streets of New York?
Yes!
But we will arrest Prime Minister Bibi Netanyahu?
Yes!
Are you ready to turn NYC into San Francisco?
Yes!
Are you ready to take power away from corporations and billionaires?
Yes!
And instead give that power to politicians to rule over you by force?
Yes! Oh my God, yes!
Are you ready to eliminate luxuries in your life like matcha tea, smoothies, and hot yoga?
No.
Are you ready to pay your fair share and higher taxes?
No.
So it's only other people's money that we're going to use, not yours.
Yes!
Liberals in New York are completely insane.
Russian is going to vote for that guy if they have common sense. I'm Jewish Russian. Are you kidding me? Who the wants the communist country?
We learn from our mistakes of the Bolsheviks, right? And we can do it differently.
Yeah, I don't think that the Bolsheviks made that many mistakes, actually.
We need free air to breathe. We need free rent, free food. I'd like free gas for my car.
We're in Forest Hills, Queens. I bet Zohran has the nicest bush. I would love to see Bill Ackman in jail.
Oh,
Send a message to the capitalists.
yeah, I think that they all should be in jail. I think that Bill Ackman, I think that Jeff Bezos,
Andrew Cuomo.
Oh, Andrew Cuomo, absolutely. The entire Democratic establishment.
Elon Musk,
Elon
jail.
Musk, jail.
For life.
Absolutely. For life.
No more babies. We need free condoms. Woo! KY Joe.
No more private property!
All of these people, they made their money off of the blood, sweat, and tears of the working class. They do not deserve a penny of the money that they
I
have.
will say this is the one instance in which I would say I support prison labor once they go to prison. Well, they can see how it feels.
Well, that can be up to the working class to decide. The future revolutionaries, Soviet America, they can have their tribunals and they can figure out what to do with these criminals.
Absolutely ridiculous. I didn't know New York had so many communists. What is going on?
I will, however, be a mayor who's ready to speak at any time to lower the cost of living. That's the way that I'm going to lead this city. That's the partnership I want to build, not only with Washington, D.C., but anyone across.
Settle down, bitch. Who said you were going to be mayor? More ludicrous ideas than me. I thought I was a radical. You're talking about raising the rent 2%. First of all, don't look at the camera thinking that you're talking to Trump. You know that you're going to get on your knees, bitch. Like we all had to. What are you going to do when he don't send you the money? Are you going to be able to unburden what has been? How the fuck you want to tax like the whiter neighborhoods? That's the dumbest shit I ever heard. What am I supposed to do? Am I going to get taxed because my husband is white? But look, Zohran the moron, I want to give you some real advice, all right? Because I've been there. You don't want to go head to head with Trump. I mean, it's been a year. I'm still recovering. And, as a woman, we're a lot stronger. You're a 32-year-old bitch boy. You don't know what the you're doing.
Zohran the Moron for once. Take Kamala Harris' advice.
I hope you guys enjoyed your meal. Can I get you the check?
Oh, no, I'm not paying.
Excuse me? What, you expect someone else to pay?
Yes, of course, of course.
Sir, you ordered 6 courses. You have to pay for your meal.
Well, I refuse to.
But you just expect someone else's money to cover the tab?
Absolutely.
That's not going to work, sir.
And by the way, you have to pay your waiters more.
Have to? I can't afford to do that. One of the most expensive parts of this business is my labor costs.
That's not my problem.
I would literally have to fire people. They'd be out of a job. I can't do that. And you won't pay for your meal with your money, but I have to pay my workers with mine?
Yes, of course, of course.
That seems hypocritical. Anyway, I won't be able to do that.
Well, I'm going to force you to.
Force me? All with a smile on your face? Who's the authoritarian now?
Can we see a dessert menu?
No.
Anyway, what were you saying?
I think you have to pay the bill.
I'll call my parents.
Too many people want free stuff, in my opinion.
Democrats must recognize that Zohran Mamdani is the future of the party. We've run this experiment many times, and the results are always obvious. Here's capitalist South Korea at night from space. Here's socialist North Korea. Yeah. In 1990, Venezuela was wealthier than Poland. But then Poland, finally free of Soviet-style economics, went all in on capitalism. And now their economy is as big as Japan.
True.
And people there have high wages, low inflation, cars, vacations, homes. Meanwhile, Venezuela traded capitalism for Hugo Chavez's Socialism for the 21st Century, which turned out to be like socialism in the last century or any century, a fucking mess.
New York's gonna be a mess if Mamdani keeps his plan.
Have come from 3i Atlas to give you technology.
Yeah, great. They just elected a Muslim socialist, the mayor of New York City. It's over.
Wait, what?
Free buses, government-run grocery stores. The end.
Who's gonna pay for that?
Who's gonna pay for it? I hope you have the technology.
There's gonna be a mass exodus from the city.
Yeah, they're already calling him the most popular realtor in South Florida. They're gonna live in Miami and go to foam parties with Marco Rubio, which isn't gay. It's just people in foam together.
Yeah, I was thinking about buying property in the city. No more.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
With Mamdani, everybody is leaving New York City, and I can't blame them, honestly.
Hey everyone, I'm a Jew, and I'm voting for Zohran Mamdani.
Really? You're Jewish and you're voting for him? Why?
Because I care more about being liked than being alive.
And you said you're proudly Jewish, right?
Yes.
Do you practice Judaism?
No.
Do you belong to a synagogue?
No.
Do you have a Jewish family or
No.
part of a Jewish community?
No.
Any connection to Israel?
God, no.
So why bring up that you're even Jewish?
Well, it's useful because it's technically true, so I can use that identity to give him cover.
Yeah, that makes sense. What about his economic policy?
Yes, love it.
Why do you like socialism?
Because I care more about rich people not being rich than poor people not being poor.
Mamdani is a perfect politician. He just give away free stuff to get elected.
One more thing. Remember how I told you a few months ago to stop sending us money? You can start again.
You going a little too fast, my brother. Let New Yorkers put their lipstick on before you try to fuck them. Like, New York is not a goat. She a delicate bitch, okay? You need to slow it down with the demands and shit. God damn, you just got here.
At this rate, he's gonna get nothing.
We're here with Zohran Mamdani. All right, I call him Mom Dummy because he's a dumbass, right? He's a communist freak. He's going to ruin the city. It's already garbage, right? He's going to make something bad even worse. So say some things.
I'd like to thank the president for having me here today. It's very nice of him to...
Use your real voice. What is this bullshit?
Big up myself. I like the blah, blah, blah. Thanks for having me in the Oval Office, man.
What are you, Kamala Harris? Cut it out. Just use your real voice, okay?
Okay, this is actually my real voice. Can we just put on a little music to get me warmed up? Yes, queen. Yes.
Turn it off. Put on something good. There we go. But believe it or not, we do agree on some things. He's a loser, but we do agree with the headscarf thing. We've come to a negotiation. That head wrap thing, it'll be for women that are under a 6, right? If you're like a strong 5 or a 4, you got to wrap it up, okay? We call it the Muslim COVID mask.
Yes, I think we agree on that.
Well, it's 5 o'clock. Go do your call to prayer bullshit, okay?
Trump is absolute savage.
Hello to our Jewish friends and neighbors, and to all the Jewish New Yorkers. As we continue with the Days of Awe, Rosh Hashanah, and tonight, Yom Kippur, Yamim Noraim, our Jewish friends and neighbors say the special prayer, Ya'aleh V'yavo. We will rise and we will ascend, and we remember our ancestors, and we remember, O Jerusalem, of the...
You all right?
We try it again?
Sure.
Ya'aleh v'yavo. We rise and we ascend, and we remember our ancestors and our thousands years connection to the Holy Land, to Jerusalem. Wait. No.
You want to try again?
One more time? Okay. Ya'aleh v'yavo. We will rise and we will ascend. We remember our ancestors. We remember Jerusalem. Our... What? Thousands years...
Yeah.
Jerusalem?
Yeah, we checked it.
This... Jerusalem is... But they colonized it.
No.
No.
Yeah, not quite. Want to try something else?
Happy Hanukkah to our Jewish friends and neighbors.
There you go.
Okay. Seriously?
Perfect impression in my opinion.
Mamdani is learning in real time that there is a difference between campaigning and governing. He just sat up there or stood up there like a nice little puppy while the while the press was confronting him with his own words. Trump had to bail him out. Now, you have a bunch of leftists out there wanting Mamdani to stand up to Trump. Like, what did you think it was going to look like? What do you think it was going to look like? Huh? You people, man.
Trump is a president. There's nothing Mamdani can do against him.
Vaccine passport? Yeah, but I need proof of at least 10 booster shots. 9, 10, 11. Okay, AIDS vaccine passport. I'm gonna need to see an allergy test. Lyme disease. Chickenpox. H1N1. Rabies tag. H1N3. Proof of the herpes vaccine. And what about the herpes booster?
I literally got it like 10 minutes ago.
Let's see it. All right, hand, foot, and mouth disease. Prostate exam. Whooping cough. I'm gonna need your Netflix password. HPV.
I actually have HPV.
I need proof to show solidarity to the HPV community. I'm gonna need to see your Blockbuster card. Tetanus booster?
I don't have it.
I'll give it to you now. Proof of political party. Proof of diversity.
Are you serious?
We already have 2 white guys in there, okay? That's our limit.
I'm Jewish.
What do you think this is, 2021? You're gonna have to be way more oppressed than that. You got like a 23andMe test results? 0.0000027 Native American. Why didn't you just tell me that? You got an anti-racist card? All right, now I just got to check your white guilt score. 9.7. Wow, not bad, man.
Not the future I want to see at all.
Do you think Hamas should disarm and give up power in the Gaza Strip?
I have no opinions about Israel or Hamas or what's going to take place in the region. I have no opinions about that.
You have nothing to say about Israel or Hamas?
No, I have nothing to say about that. I mean, I'm focused on what's going on here in New York City and helping the working people of New York City. I have no opinions about the Middle East at all.
Didn't you start the Students for Justice in Palestine chapter at your college?
Yes, I did. I was talking about Ohio.
What?
Palestine, Ohio. Remember the train derailment? Yes, I was very, very passionate about that issue.
Really?
I want to focus on the trains in New York as well. And when that train happened there, that incident, I couldn't help but think about our subway system in New York. And so I was talking about Palestine, Ohio.
Mamdani is a fraud. He just says what people want to hear.
Zohran Mamdani, what are you doing?
Oh, I'm just picking up trash off the floor.
What do you think about the rent prices?
Rents have become astronomical and are pushing everyday hardworking Americans out of their homes.
What's your message to the Indian community?
The rent prices are way too high. Very big problem.
What about the black community?
I come all the way here from Uganda and they shut off my water because I don't pay. Why?
No, the African American community.
Man, I just feel like they tripping on the prices. They trying to price gouge. You know what the landlords be doing, but I ain't worried about it. I'm still Zohran Mamdani, man.
What about Gen Z?
So I understand it's not about the rent increases, but it's the feelings associated with the rent increases. And therefore, we're going to give them free therapy.
What's up with all the accents?
So it's actually called code switching, and I'm way better at it than Kamala Harris.
Zohran Mamdani! What a great politician talking to everybody.
New York, this is a wake-up call from your president, Donald J. Walken. I'm looking at these polls in the mayor's race, and I can't believe it. I'm shocked. These are shocking numbers. I'm so shocked. This must be what Hassan Piker's dog feels like halfway through a 24-hour live stream on Twitch. Okay, New York, you have a decision to make. I know it's not a great field to pick from. I didn't choose them. These are the people that ran. You can go with Mamdani the commie, who's never had a job other than a one-time rapper. You can go for Cuomo, the long hugger who puts grandma and grandpa in a nursing home during the Wuhan. Or you can go with Curtis Sliwa, the guy who never takes off the red hat. May I suggest Curtis Sliwa? At least with him, it's a mystery. You don't know what you're going to get. But with Mamdani, the commie, I know you're not going to like it.
You're not gonna like it at all.
Hello, my name is Zohran Mamdani, and I'm running to be the mayor of New York City.
What's the driving force that made you want to run?
Well, because I think New Yorkers are really looking for authenticity in their candidates.
Why authenticity?
I think for too long, New Yorkers have just seen politicians pander to them in a very inauthentic way, and I'm going to change that.
Okay, looking forward.
Okay, New Yorkers, are you ready to make housing more affordable and freeze rent?
Yeah!
We're going to change this city and end capitalism.
Woohoo!
I can't wait.
You're so real!
With your support, we can do it together. Looking forward.
Mr. Mamdani.
Thank you for your question. All right, is that it for press today?
Yes, sir, all set.
What's on?
That's a wrap.
Oh, thank God. It's brutal.
What the?
Absolutely brutal. If Mamdani gets elected, this is what's gonna happen.
Dear Zohran Mamdani, now that you're taking Bill Ackman's money and redistributing it to New Yorkers, I'm hoping that you can find in your heart to redistribute me a few tiny things since I've been good all year and haven't fought with my brothers. All I'm asking for is an aggressive aero spoiler for my Honda Civic, ideally the APR GTC 300 or Voltex Type 5.
Fire.
Smoked LED taillight housings, a VR SF downpipe and axleback exhaust, window tint, 20% on the sides, 50% on the windshield,
nice.
A blue carbon fiber seatbelt cover, and window visors so I can still crack the window and vape when it rains. I want you to know that I use this car every day, and my friend Tommy can even vouch that these upgrades are in fact necessary.
And I want you to know that I clean my room every time my mom asked. And the only thing I'm hoping you can redistribute from Bill Ackman are a few mods for my gaming setup, which include a minor GPU upgrade, ideally an RTX 4090 graphics card, a liquid cooling loop with RGB and a reservoir shaped like a skull, and a custom mechanical keyboard with lube switches, PBT keycaps, and a gasket mount. Also, if it's not too much redistribution from Bill, I would really like a pair of Air Jordan 1 Retro High Chicagos, obviously dead stock, OG colorway, and shape. Oh, and a PXG putter would be really sweet. Thank you.
Everybody in New York City is getting free stuff. Isn't that great?
I just made the decision. I am moving back to New York City. I've been in Texas for a year, and I have to be there for Mamdani. I just do. I know a lot of people will be surprised by this, but like, dude, I'm so sick of living in Texas where I don't even pay state income tax. Think about that. So I have to like find things to do with my money. Like this is my third coffee of the day. I'm going to buy a paddleboard. I'm hiking, new shoes. And it's like, I'm just done with it. I have to give up 52% of my income. I have a car, which is like, it's so toxic cis white male of me. You know what I mean? And they're charging money to take buses here. Charging money. So what do homeless people do if they want to go on there and sleep and piss and shit and stab somebody? They have to go and fundraise to get on a bus? Like, what the fuck? So I'm just going to get back there and get back to the Gays for Palestine protests. Even the bikers aren't assholes. And like, nobody has assaulted me today. I'm sitting here, literally, I got cash hanging out of my pockets. No one's called me a racist, toxic, cis white male. What am I doing here? America's to be abused and live in a tiny studio apartment and welcome illegal migrants into your space. I'm gonna have probably 10 living with me, sharing a bed, because I care. And my dating life here is amazing. Like, women, they like when I take charge. They like when I lead. They're nice. They're feminine. Barf, gag me.
I prefer a woman with a shaved head, 8 cats, who hates men, the patriarchy, but still wants me to pay the bill.
And what if I get attacked right now? What am I supposed to call the racist cops? No. Mamdani's gonna have therapists come and talk out the problems. Hey, excuse me, why did you just shoot that guy in the face? Maybe it's a childhood fear of eye contact. Really get to the bottom of the problem, you know? I'm tired of feeling like a man because there is no gender. You know, and I'm in my Audi alone listening to my own music.
Love Tyler Fisher. This guy's absolutely great. This is the kind of comedy that I love.
So I want you to choose me because I just love everything about you.
Zohran.
Everything that you are. And then once we get married, I want to fundamentally change everything about you. Completely.
Wait, what? Why would you want to change me?
Well, because, I mean, I love everything about you, and I love what you stand for. But I also say that so that you will choose me, and then I will change everything about you because I think you need to be changed fundamentally. You need to be completely torn down and then rebuilt back up in my image, in an image that I see for our future.
He's gonna destroy New York at some point. It's obvious by now.
Alright, Zohran. The debate went really well for us. But if you want to continue to appear relatable, you need to...
Need to what?
The way you're eating that. Don't do that.
Oh, what? You've never eaten pizza?
Oh, so I guess it's only weird when foreigners eat Italian food with their hands. This is different.
Or what about French fries? This is just like if he was eating French fries, racist!
Yeah, you've never had French fries before?
Not like that, no.
We're getting distracted. Let's stick to the issues.
Sure, yeah. So, we need to figure out how to make sure your campaign is... Zohran! Zohran!
Make sure my campaign is what? Oh, where are my manners? I didn't offer you any.
No, thank you.
I'll have some.
Okay, man, this is a little much.
Oh, but you've eaten pizza?
You've had a hot dog?
This is just like if he was eating a hot dog. No, because he's eating that hot dog normally. Dude, eating with your hands where there's a dry part for you to grip is not the same as getting gross, wet food all over your fingers and shoveling it into your face in front of people. It's disgusting. Why are we pretending that this isn't true?
Good going, you ruined dessert.
Mamdani is a perfect politician. He just give away free stuff to get elected.
You want to see what congressional Democrats wish to do to America? Just look at the result of yesterday's election in New York, where their party installed a communist as the mayor of the largest city in the nation. Remember, I've said we will never have a socialist elected to any post in our country. I used to say that, and I was right. We skipped socialist and we put in a communist instead. That didn't work out too well. But as I've warned for many years, our opponents are hell-bent on turning America into a communist Cuba or socialist Venezuela, and you see what happened to those places. For generations, Miami has been a haven for those fleeing communist tyranny in South Africa.
Well said, Trump is a famous president.
Zohran Mamdani, congratulations on being the first radical Islamist communist mayor of New York City.
Thanks, Bernie. By any chance, could you spare some change? I promised a bunch of free stuff and I have no idea how to pay for it.
I don't, but you should stop begging for money like you're some kind of homeless panhandler. Anyway, I'd like to know your plan to make NYC a better place to live.
Right, let me show you. As you know, 9/11 was Islamophobic. The day after radical Islamist terrorists crashed a plane into the Twin Towers, Americans for no reason felt uncomfortable sitting next to men wearing turbans. So, I want to make it illegal to remember 9/11.
I have to be honest, Zohran, that's a bad idea. Besides, I don't even think you can make laws.
That's because the system is Islamophobic. I'll call the New York governor right now. Hi, Kathy. Will you help me make it illegal to remember 9/11? No. That would require me to do my job, and I don't like to work. Ugh, could you at least spare some change? I made so many promises I can't deliver on. Damn Islamophobists! Alright, my next idea is prison reform. The New York prison system is full of people who don't deserve to be there. Did they commit felonies? Sure. Are a lot of them violent recidivists? You bet. But they're also victims. That's why I want to get rid of the NYPD, so nobody can ever be arrested for being a victim again.
I like the idea, but I don't think you'll get it done without help. And I know just who to ask. Alexandria, would you support Zohran's prison reform?
And could you spare some change? There's so many things I said I could do but can't.
Well, I am the smartest woman in the world, but no, sorry.
Oh, so you're Islamophobic.
Perfectly put. Makes total sense. New York is doomed with Mamdani.
That struggle is inextricably linked to the struggles in Palestine. Everything that's happening in New York to New Yorkers is attributable to what Israel and the IDF is doing to Palestinians. For example, when I look at the actions of the NYPD and I see the police brutality that has plagued our city, I see the IDF and I see the lessons drawn from the IDF that are directly affecting in a very impactful way the actions of the NYPD. When I look at the homelessness across New York City, I think about the homelessness across Palestine and the occupied territories and how what's going on in Israel and the actions of the Israeli government are directly causing homelessness in New York City.
This is absolutely crazy. Mamdani just says what the far left wants to hear.
No, his name is Zohran Armani. No, his name is Morgan Zamdani.
Zohran Mamdani.
Yes. No, his name is Morgan Zamdani.
Zohran Mamdani.
Zogman Mohikani.
No, Manani.
No, his name is Morman Zorbani.
Mohan Zamdani. Yes, this dude.
I am a Jewish New Yorker. I don't remember what I had for breakfast, let alone the history of Jewish people, and I'm voting for Zohran Mamdani.
That left is for you. In a nutshell, they don't know what they are talking about, but they are still voting for the wrong guy, unfortunately.
We're here at the Zohran Mamdani rally. It was your donuts, but now that we got the win, it's all of our donuts. Are you guys hot girls for Zohran?
Yeah, of course they are.
You know what I mean? There's so much money in New York, and now it's our money.
Yeah, yeah.
Is that communist red?
No, it's Democratic Socialist red apparently, but MAGA red, or I don't know.
Do you feel confident in me as the new police force?
You know what? I like your hat, so yes.
Oh, thank you so much. I'll take good care of you then.
You can be all the cops. I love you.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. Are we paying rent tomorrow?
No.
No more rent, right?
Yeah.
No more rent?
Yeah, we want to free everything. So, and the benefit they give train, bus, and also...
Finally free.
Finally free, yes.
Yes, let's go.
I love how the police, they walked all the way down the street. Now they know what's up.
Yeah, they know. They know.
What is New York City gonna become with Mamdani? I'm afraid to see it.
What's up? How are you doing? Mamdani, yes. Big win. My favorite song. DJ, turn it up. Turn it up. Let me buy you a tea. Buy you a nice tea. No? No, I don't drink. Just hot tea for me. That's it. What's my name? Joe Hamid. Joe Hamid Kennedy. Nice to meet you. Praise Allah. Praise Allah. Ooh. DJ, turn it up. Turn it up. Oh, I like this part when it comes in. Let me buy you a drink. Can I buy you a drink? Shh. This is my favorite part. Ready? Ready? The little snake charmer. Ready? Oh, death to America, death to America, death to America. Raise the taxes, raise the taxes, raise the taxes. Gays for Palestine, gays for Palestine. What is my job? No job. No. Capitalism bad, money bad, very toxic. I collect cats for a living. You want to come back and feed them with me? I'll pay for the ride.
New York City, what have you done? Why did you elect a communist? This makes no sense to me.
Like him, the snows. Imagine running for mayor and now you just have to shovel like a bitch, dude. That sucks. That guy definitely had better plans than shoveling and making y'all happy about. I don't know if he's doing a good job, but he's doing better than what I'd be doing. I'm telling you, I would have invaded New Jersey the first day. I think it's time we invade New Jersey. Right? I'll do it the same way Trump invaded Venezuela. I'll just go over there and start kidnapping motherfuckers. I'll take whoever runs the shit there. Who runs that shit? Chris Christie. I'll take that fat motherfucker until we figure it out.
Zohran Mamdani is ruining New York City.
Such a cute little terrorist, isn't he? Ready to eat, son. Nice and easy. Finish it all. He likes this goat sperm more than milk for some reason.
Okay, son. That's a good boy. You're gonna listen to Daddy when he speaks to you next time, right? Okay, little guy. Remember what I told you. Go against me again, and you will learn what the F-O in FAFO is.
Yes, Daddy.
Now Mamdani is bowing to Trump. It cannot get any better than this.
I was talking mad shit about the president before I came here, but as soon as I met him, I saw his big balls and how handsome he is in person, and so tall and tanned, just perfect. I just froze. He's definitely the alpha male, the greatest president of all time. I hope he runs again in 2028. He'll definitely win. I'm just lucky I get to be in the presence of such greatness. Best day ever. And Mr. President, congrats on those big, beautiful balls of yours.
Thank you very much. Any questions, please?
For once, he's telling the truth.
Now bow down and kiss the ring.
This be my Elias.
Sunshine, freedom, capitalism, the holy trinity of golf.
I appreciate the invite, King Don. I can't believe you're making me wear this hat in order to access this golf course, though.
It's called a dress code, very exclusive, very classy. Nobody, and I mean nobody, steps onto my fantastic course without a great hat, beautiful hat. And frankly, people are saying it's the greatest hat ever.
That's great, Mr. President. Very happy that you love your hat, but can we talk about allowing everyone to access this course for free? I'm a big proponent of free stuff.
Free golf! Can you believe it? Free. We're going to give away free golf, and then what? Then they'll want free caddies, free burgers, free sunscreen. It's a disaster. People in flip-flops. Can you imagine? Flip-flops saying, "Where's my stimulus sandwich?" It's a disgrace.
Baby Trump is the funniest.
Oh, hear me, President Trump, when I say this. To get to any of us, you will have to get through all of us.
How do you respond to that? Does that affect anything you're going to do?
It's a very dangerous statement for him to make, actually. He has to be a little bit respectful of Washington, because if he's not, he doesn't have a chance of succeeding. And I want to make him succeed. I want to make the city succeed. I don't want to make him succeed. I want to make the city succeed, and we'll see what happens.
Did you see reaching out to him?
I would say he should reach out to us.
Yeah, I mean, he probably should.
That's what he did, and now he's begging Trump for money.
Welcome to Great Victoria's Grocery of New York City. At Mamdani's, we have best variety of rations, most top quality choice. Ever since Mamdani has ceased means of production like in Great Book of Marks, utilities, private businesses and groceries have been prosperous just like Soviet Union, Venezuela and North Korea. We have turnip and potato and meat. Only 2 weeks expire.
That looks delicious.
Breakfast oats meet City Commissar Regulate Standard. Our beans will last through long New York winter. No famine like last year. And our bread line for Wednesday distribution, shortest in city. Every day is sale at Mamdani's. State bless glorious Mayor Mamdani forgive us. Great store for buy things.
Even free, I don't want any of his stuff.
Great job, Mamdani. Is that your name? Is that how you say your name? Mamdani? Go suck your Mamdani. Because what the fuck is this? Why the fuck is it 7 days later and niggas still can't fucking park? Niggas can't drive. Niggas can't do shit out here. What trucks was you talking about was cleaning? Where were they?
Just in case you had any doubt about the government's inefficiencies, Comrade Mamdani showing us in real time. Take a look. He's paying, what, $30 to $45 an hour for people to shovel snow? And amazingly, everywhere you go in New York City now, you see like a dozen people all shoveling the exact same tiny little footprint of snow. And the snow's still on the ground. Voila.
New Yorkers, you get what you voted for.
There is a horrible storm coming, lots of snow. We do need volunteers to shovel the snow, sidewalks, bus stops, fire hydrants, maybe pick up some poop while you're at it, and trash bags too, because they are overflowing. Pay starts at $19 an hour. Don't worry, goes up to $28 an hour after 40 hours in a week, so you will need to quit your job to do this. That puts the roof over your head. You do need to be 18 plus, eligible to work in the US, able to lift heavy stuff, of course, and do bring 2 small photos, 2 forms of ID, plus copies, and your social security card. I'm sorry, did he just say an ID? 2 IDs and a social security card? Yes, we do need to process payroll. Isn't that racist? No, sweetie, it's only racist when the Republicans do it. 2 forms of ID. I mean, this is socialism. Why am I working? And $19 an hour, I mean, that won't even cover 1 item at Whole Foods. Also, you're hiking up the taxes for landlords, making my rent higher, and you promised fixed rent. I am a pro-LGBT plus ally. Here's my IDs and social security card.
Oh, now you need an ID, Mamdani.
Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. I'm thankful for mashed potatoes.
Thank you.
May I have some?
No. Pay your fair share.
But I'll starve.
Too bad. She was a fascist. What else are we thankful for? I found this turkey.
Oh, I'm very
thankful
for that.
Thank you. Oh, I'm thankful. But I didn't get any. I'm sorry. You just weren't thankful enough. But I am your Mamdani. Too bad. No. I found cranberries. Oh, very thankful. Thankful. I'm thankful for that.
Oh, I'm so thankful.
I didn't get any, and I found it. I'm sorry, honey, but it's Thanksgiving. That's the tradition. I'm with her. This isn't fair.
It's just wrong.
Inshallah. Has everyone forgotten what this holiday is about? 500 years ago, pilgrims sailed the ocean and were thankful from the Indians. And now, to honor them, we're all thankful from the Americans. And we promise our descendants will carry on the spirit of thankfulness. After all, how can we forget to be thankful when our boy here was elected just because he promised to be as thankful from the people who were there before him? That's assimilation.
Wow, incredible assimilation. I'm so thankful you said that. But if the pilgrims were thankful, how come the country is so much richer than it was when they got here?
Whoa! Who are you people?
Grab the hat.
Take you, everybody, take you. Everybody run.
What is going on?
You're paying your fair share.
Oh my gosh, this is communism for you. New York, what have you done? Why did you elect a communist?
Together, we will usher in a generation of change. And if we embrace this brave new course, rather than fleeing from it, we can respond to oligarchy and authoritarianism with the strength it fears, not the appeasement it craves.
Absolute nonsense.
If anyone can show a nation betrayed by Donald Trump how to defeat him, it is the city that gave rise to him. And if there is any way to terrify a despot, it is by dismantling the very conditions that allowed him to accumulate power.
They got the facial expression down right.
All right, everybody. We have come to the beautiful state of Minnesota, the land of 10,000 frozen morons. You know, the state bird of this magnificent state is the common loon. And unfortunately, around here, the loons are very common. And I brought with me Sleepy Joe Biden.
Hey, man, I just ate a load of yellow snow over there. It don't taste much like lemon. You think it's all right, man?
That's not a lemon snow cone, you lunatic. It's pee-pee snow. You're not supposed to eat it. You're supposed to throw it at the radical Democrats.
Oh, come on, man. The only person I see around here is getting arrested by your baby ICE agents.
Stop resisting!
Trumpo, your ICE agents are out of control. Our violent citizens are only throwing bricks at them. You have no right to enforce federal laws in my state.
It's not Trumpo, Timmy, okay? It's Trumpy. I mean Trump. And I do have the right. It's in the Constitution, which you would know if you ever learned to read.
This baby Trump is absolutely hilarious.
I'm here to vote. Who do I show my ID to?
ID? You don't need no ID.
You don't need any identification to vote.
Hell no, we trust you.
Okay.
Yeah, hi, I'm just a regular citizen with a blown out shoulder. I'm here to help shovel out during a blizzard because apparently $115 billion in taxpayer money is not enough for you guys to do it on your own. So how does this work? Do I just grab a shovel or?
No, I need 2 forms of ID.
2 forms of ID?
Yes, 2.
So you don't need an ID to vote, but I need 2 forms of ID to shovel snow?
Yeah, we don't trust you.
I see. Okay, y'all are retarded. I gotcha. Okay. I'm gonna go home and put my head in the oven.
Liberal logic makes no sense to me.
Message to all the New Yorkers out there. You guys are 1 week away from bringing in a socialist communist rat whose ideas have never worked before and they won't work now and they won't work ever. He's a foreigner and he wants to tell Americans what to do and how to do it. He couldn't name one restaurant when they asked him, what's your favorite place to go eat in New York? He couldn't name one place that wasn't ethnic, that was New York culture related. He wants to establish Sharia law in New York. He wants to bring in his culture into New York. You guys have 1 week to prevent this from happening.
New York is doomed if he gets elected.
Mamdani is not a New York. Like, I'm still confused as to how you guys have a 35-year-old non-New Yorker as even a candidate. Are y'all okay? His fan base are gentrifiers, people who are not real New Yorkers. Like, what is going on here? He's 35. He's a child. That's number one. And number two, he hasn't even been in New York that long.
How can you vote for Mamdani? It makes no sense to me.
Yeah, can I help you? Hi there. I'd like to sign up to be an emergency shoveler. Oh, you want a shovel, huh? Okay. Yeah, with those arms? I'm kidding, but not really. What do I need to do that? I need your social security card. I need 4 pieces of mail with your address on it. 4. I'm gonna need 2 very tiny 1.5-inch photos of yourself, please. Who would have those? Oh, you don't carry around 2 1.5 tiny little photos of yourself in case of an emergency and people need extra shovelers around. Okay, yeah, that's normal. What's your favorite color? Blue. Okay. Any shellfish allergies? No. You see a cat walk by, he's a little timid but a little curious. Are you gonna pet him or just walk away like an asshole? I'd pet it. Okay. Gonna need to take your blood pressure. Give me your arm. Is John Mayer a talented guitarist, or is he riding on his looks? He's good. He is good. I'm gonna need a blood sample. Gonna need a couple chest hairs. Ow! 3 leg hairs from your lower thigh on the left side. Just gonna need to do an ankle swab. Okay, next up, if that second toe is a little longer than the big toe, that weird little long gangly one, we're gonna need to just do a quick swab. Gonna need a little saliva sample. All right, I need 2 toenail clippings. Just nothing from the big toe or the pinky toe.
Oh, I didn't know COVID was back in New York City.
Good evening. This is White Liberal News. We want you to pretend you don't understand basic things so we know you won't understand complex things. To actually make America great, it needs to be like the countries people flee. We go to Lindsay.
Thanks, Karen. I met with Mad Monty, who wants to insert his opinion into current events outside of his jurisdiction. Also, I'm going for a deep blue thing now.
Do you need anything?
Mm-hmm.
We're loaded now, and I can't wait to make new friends.
No, thanks, though. Anyway, you want to talk about what's wrong with this country?
As you know, I'm very progressive, so I hate this country, starting with the Second Amendment.
Absolutely. So most of us were wondering what the NYC socialists had to say about the Brown incident.
I have a lot to say. This country needs to change to fit the perspective of people who lived here a handful of years.
You can dig in if you want. This magnificent cuisine is called rice and beans with some random seasoning.
Like, Uganda has pretty good gun laws, right?
Yes, and that explains why my great home country has a much lower murder rate per million people.
Make America Uganda.
By the way, I assume your liberal viewers don't look things up, correct? This would fall apart if they knew how to Google.
Mm-hmm. Don't worry about that. How's the transition coming so far?
You mean my all-female team? It's still technically all-female because the trans woman is a she biologically now.
That's great news. I didn't think we had that technology yet.
None of this would ever be tolerated in Uganda, and we'll need to put a stop to it under Sharia law.
Well, I don't know anything about that, but at WLN we say if you're brown, then we're down.
You're gonna absolutely love Sharia law. Or maybe you won't, but you will not complain at all.
Looking forward to it. Someone said you have a rich sponsor. Why isn't he helping with the transition?
Okay. It looks like I'm dodging the question, but your channel will appreciate my moves more than this line of questioning.
Absolutely ridiculous. What is Mamdani doing?
What's happening with the government shutdown and food stamp programs should be a giant red flag to anybody that ever thought socialism was a good idea. You guys have bought into the lie that capitalism is the reason that people suffer and that socialism is the answer to that problem. But the definition that you've also bought into is that socialism is really just expanding social programs, that if we all just paid into these systems and then let the government determine what people needed, we'd limit suffering and fewer people starving in the wealthiest country in the world. But the truth is the government wants control over these programs so that they have control over you. Withholding food is a great way to get people to do what you want. It's also very common in socialist and communist countries. And it's also exactly what the Democrats in office are doing right now. You know, the ones that are trying to convince you that socialism is a good idea. Democrat leader Catherine Clark admitted this week that they're using people's suffering as leverage to get what they want. She exposed exactly what socialism is about. A huge part of it is government controlling even the most basic necessities and having people in charge that are evil enough that they are willing to withhold those things from you to force compliance.
She is absolutely right. I hope more people see this video, so like and subscribe and share this video.
Who are you voting for mayor?
I am voting Mamdani
And why?
because he's the most obvious choice.
What makes him an obvious choice for you?
Like, we could either vote in one guy, and he's gonna give everybody free houses, free rent, and he's gonna give everybody a Lamborghini, or we could vote in somebody who's gonna burn down the city. That's why I'm voting Mamdani, because I'm voting for the guy who give me the Lamborghini.
Yeah, so you think Mamdani's like just gonna give you guys everything?
Not everything. I'm saying it's the most obvious choice.
What do you think is gonna happen with government-run grocery stores and free buses? Do you think that sounds like a good idea?
That does sound like a good idea.
And freezing the rent?
That does sound like a good idea.
What if they have to freeze the rent to the point where eventually the landlord's not able to come in and fix the washer and make a profit on his own lease?
These people are completely clueless.
What's your biggest concern for the city?
Mamdani.
That's your biggest concern?
Yes.
I would have to agree. What is your biggest concern for the city?
Mamdani.
That's your biggest concern?
Yes.
I would have to agree. What is the biggest red flag in his policies?
His socialism, his anti-Semitism.
I've had quite a few people today, especially young people, saying that they think that he is the best choice because he's new, he's young, he's promising all these free things. I think you and I know there's no such thing as free stuff, right?
No.
So why do you think he's getting so much attention?
The media is very seductive, and he's very good, or his people seem to be very good with social media that's attractive to that demographic.
And what do you think about the city-run grocery stores and abolishing private property that he's proposed?
It's one of the worst ideas I've ever heard.
And so what do you think the state of New York is going to look like if he wins?
I shudder to think.
New York is gonna get destroyed if Mamdani gets elected.
By now, you've probably seen a lot of white liberal New Yorkers posting about how they're voting for a Democrat socialist, Zohran Mamdani. This woman has gone viral on X for her support of voting for Zohran early. I also have no idea what the hell this pose is. And that smug look. Anyway, our friend here got cooked, absolutely cooked to a crisp, to a burnt crisp by I meme, therefore I am. Now, this is I meme, therefore I am on X. If you're not following her, you should be. Yes, this account is run by a woman, a Polish woman who fled communist Poland before it became democracy.
I agree, she does post great memes.
Zohran Mamdani, I have a message for you. You want a government grocery? Government grocery, they can do it this. In 35 years in my life, I can do it this in my country. When the grocery is for the government.
Zohran, even cheese you cannot find at the government-run grocery stores in Cuba.
Oh, wow. Zohran Mamdani, I coming from the island, we can have a fish. We can buy a fish.
And before the socialists come out, yes, the embargo exempts food. And when the Castros are driving around in their Mercedes-Benz, ask them about the blockade.
Zohran Mamdani, at least one more. You see this? This is the dream for people like me.
Keep the government out of my groceries, please.
Socialist politicians are on the rise. Zohran Mamdani is likely to be the next mayor of New York City.
We have to continue to elect more socialists, and we have to ensure that we are unapologetic about our socialism.
But they should be apologetic. Socialism always fails. In my last video, I covered some of Mamdani's bad ideas, but he has more.
This campaign is for every New Yorker who believes that government's job is to actually make our lives better.
Mamdani says he'll make our lives better by giving us free stuff.
I'll make childcare available to all New Yorkers at no cost.
I like where he stands on freezing rent, making public transit cheap and free.
Childcare, universal at no cost to New York families. Buses, fast and free for every New Yorker.
And yet he has noticed that government doesn't do a great job now.
These are the slowest buses in the country.
Buses and subways are a good example of socialist just confusion about what makes things work.
New York, what are you doing? Don't elect a communist.
Cuban citizens, because of the nature of the government being a socialist/communist government, receive a monthly quota, which is what the government expects you to survive with in addition to your salary. Let me show you every item that the Cuban citizens received for the past 3 months in an attempt to make you realize how cruel a dictatorship really is. Once I show you and you're done picking up your job from the floor, I will explain how much a salary person makes. Don't worry, it doesn't matter what profession they're on, because in Cuba, communist/socialist country, everyone makes the same. Then I will compare it to the cost of living in Cuba. In the month of June, 1 bag of lentils per person was given. This was supposed to last them a whole month. In the month of July, they gave about 2 pounds of rice per person, in addition to, you guessed it, another bag of lentils per person, followed by the month of August, where we had another bag of lentils per person. In addition to that, they gave about 14 jars of baby food. For the month of September was a plentiful one. They gave every Cuban half a kilogram of sugar, 1 pound of shredded beef for kids 1 to 13 years old, and about 2 pounds of steaks for pregnant women only. This is because they were behind for the previous 3 months.
This is what happened when you elect a communist.
Will use their power to reject Donald Trump's fascism. From deporting our neighbors.
Just days ago, you referred to President Trump as a despot who had betrayed the country. You said you'd be his worst nightmare and accused him of having a fascist agenda. Are you planning to retract any of these remarks in order to improve your relationship?
The meeting that we had focused not on places of disagreement, which there are many, and also focused on the shared purpose that we have in serving New Yorkers.
And I've been called much worse than a despot, so it's not that insulting.
Are you affirming that you think President Trump is a fascist?
I've spoken about...
That's okay, you can just say yes. Okay. It's easier. It's easier than explaining it. I don't mind.
And Mr. President, I wanted to ask...
Mind blown! Trump is the funniest president.
It's super socialist Zohran. Watch him turn New York City into what conservatives call a socialist hellhole by giving out everything for free and taxing the shit out of the rich.
I'm here to help the people of New York and make it more affordable to live here.
But it's going to cost a lot of money to pay for all the things you're promising.
Don't worry, we'll find a way.
But how?
We'll find the money somewhere.
But where? Are you going to allocate funds from different departments, raise taxes on the rich, or run a huge bake sale?
Yeah, something like that.
But aren't the rich already taxed way too much?
Oh, I'm sure they won't mind.
Super Socialist Zohran at the rescue. Everything you want for free. Subscribe if you love comedy and click right there to watch the next one. Bye bye.